should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly, I know you're out in the elements. Keep an eye on that. And the Yellow Jackets ready to kick it away first. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense will get first crack at it today. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer obviously in the booth was pretty solid too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe 2-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Long way to go on second down. Quarterback changing the play. Off play action. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. After that sack, the offensive line better get its stuff together. Stuff, you know what I mean by stuff. Third down. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it for a big play. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Running inside. It's Phillips. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll ride him again. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. Wide open downfield.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Got a little into the end zone, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes Alberto Mendoza. They were all over him for the entire game last time out. 3 sacks and a couple of picks. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. The Rambling Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC. That was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. He did not make it a stonewall on 3rd down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Catches it cleanly at the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. To the air, it's Stockton. A strike downfield. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Lost the throw on 1st. Still looking to his right. Complete to the right. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Bulldogs, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. He'll pull it down and run. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Really good job by this defense. 3rd down, understanding, taking away the pass first. But I got to react, man. When these QBs take off, I got to stick my foot in the ground. Stop playing pass. Come up and get him on the ground. Big 3rd down stop.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Powell. Got the 1st down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They're going to ride this running back, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Bulldogs will use their 1st timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. It's complete on the right side. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a 4th down. The Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. The accuracy is perfect, the loft, the aim, like the perfect golf shot. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Fresh center downs going to the air. The throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And I thought it was a good job by the quarterback, really seeing the drag route start to come across the field, and he puts the ball pretty much on the money. And you got to make that play. You got to make those catches to get this offense in a rhythm, to stay ahead of schedule. Those are ones he doesn't drop very often.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Quarterback signaling to his guys. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Georgia sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Trying to make one miss. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Sells to run, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Addison. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Got it done in the passing game on the last play. Let's see what they do on first down. Leaves it with the back. They were all over it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Straight ahead, it's Powell. All over him immediately. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Mendoza. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. Look out. He's sacked. This defense all over him. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. He'll try to find a rhythm here. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. And he's brought down after a short gain. The Dogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia and their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter for me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man at Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around. He's really proven to be a great back.
They'll run it. It's Phillips. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Back's got it on the screen. At the 20, he's got space. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Down here on the Yellow Jackets sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Second and long here. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. Going to field this one in tight quarters. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
There was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Holds on, it's Wiley. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
When you're coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change.
He'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Long way to go on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Phillips.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Running through contact. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bulldog. He would not be denied. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And how about that for a capper, a 43-yard run for 6. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. This is a huge drive for this offense, down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Follows his blocks. It's Powell. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Makes the grab. It's Harris. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Looking for a man. It's Mendoza. Bought a little time. Lets it go. And it's incomplete on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Trying to take it back. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. With an update on that, let's check in with Holly.
Here on the Georgia sideline, that quarterback just jogged off the field with a ton of enthusiasm and high fives from his teammates. He just broke the season record for passing touchdowns for the school, and they are making sure that he knows they are aware of it. They are making sure to save that game ball for him. He's got to run right back out there and get right back to work. But, guys, they did take a moment to celebrate the history we just witnessed. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Moving out to the right. Looking for his man. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. On the move. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. And the extra point gives him a 28-3 lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Yellow Jacket offense comes out to get this drive underway. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the 2nd half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the 2nd half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Rush right in his face. Fires on the move. Out wide left, it's Harris. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. He splits the uprights.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the 2nd half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. Ready to get things going here in the 2nd half as Georgia about to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
Catching up with the Yellow Jackets head coach. They have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the 3rd quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the 3rd. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake. Check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Rush is on. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Looking to throw, it's Mendoza. Got his man downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Just keeps swinging it. Out wide right, it's Harris. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Finds his target. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
I think the biggest reason why this team is trailing the way they are is they haven't been able to stay on the field. They've had no success on third down up to this point. Way too many punts, but that time they finally get it done. That's about as good a timing that I think we've seen from the quarterback and his intended target so far in the passing game. And it came at a point where they needed it the most.
Second and long here. Leaves it in his belly. Slips a tackle and he's got room. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Yellow Jackets pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the wideout. Hits inside. It's Powell. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Sets his feet. It's Mendoza. Snags it. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. After another clutch third down conversion, it's first and goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The fake wants to throw. Right side, it's Powell. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Well, short completion setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
Still some work to do here on third and goal from the 3. Keeps it on the bootleg. Reels it in. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Left side, it's made. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10. Hands it off. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun. Fires left. Incomplete. A 50-50 ball won by no one that time.
And I tell you what, I know it's little when these QBs miss and the ball's not right to them, but man, it makes such a difference with yards after the catch, and in this case, even catching the football. Just a little bit off, and it just made it a little bit difficult for his wide receiver to try to make the catch.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Stepping to the right. He's got it. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. And the Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. On the run, it's Phillips. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. 6-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 4. In the red area, it's Frazier. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. Might have a touchdown, Bulldogs! And the beatdown has ensued. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Georgia Tech's offense comes out ready to get this drive going. They go back to work in the final period of this one. From the gun, it's Powell. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Mendoza. Out wide left, it's Harris. Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Caught behind the line. It's Allen. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Long way to go on 2nd down. Caught on the RPO. Breaks into the open. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Motion from the back. Using his feet. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. And the Yellow Jackets kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Allen.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. Quick give. It's Powell. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it, and it's been that way all day. Eighth play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Oh, pressure's coming. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Out wide right, it's Allen. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. In the backfield, it's Allen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
On the ground, it's Powell. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! And they take it in for 6 more points. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by just 15. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Let's go to the sideline in Holly Rowe.
Here on the Bulldogs sideline, their tight end has been a brilliant target here today. Over 100 yards receiving already in this game, and I expect them to keep him in and keep going to this big target. As you know, the tight ends never get the glory, and this guy is on fire today. Let's see if they continue to feed him the rock.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense has it. They're on the move. Right down the gut of the field. Takes it in. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Getting that push. A pickup of 4 out to the 26. Timeout taken by the Yellow Jackets. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Georgia Tech spends its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. Drops back on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's made. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Fresh center downs going to the air. Grab behind the line. It's Harris. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the Yellow Jackets trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down to the air. Caught. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He's past the sticks. Here's a... into the house! Touchdown, Bulldogs! They put up another score here in the 4th, and they are well on their way to an 11-1 regular season. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. They don't need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Mendoza. Right side, it's made. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
And this offense has another opportunity.
All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down. I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Snapped on 4th down. Finds his man. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. 2nd down, gonna throw it. They're all over him. And he was looking to the end zone, and they couldn't make the connection.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Unleashes to the end zone. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And listen, you had to take a shot. You got to make something happen. Somebody has to make a play and to get back in this ball game, down a couple of scores, and now the defense has to come out, make some kind of miracle happen, maybe score, and then you got to kick and get an onside. A lot of things have to go right from here on out.
The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer.